Good evening. Welcome to All Pets Considered, a show about great animals and great animal owners. I'm Dr. Nancy Belkanp. We'll start tonight's show, as always, by introducing our set pets. We have a guest set pet with us tonight, Bella. She's a rat terrier that came from an area shelter in a great home now. Very happy dog. And of course, Spencer is with us. He's a Maine Coon cross, 11 years old, and he actually came from an area shelter many years ago. Well, tonight's show is a special one. We're getting out of the studio so that we can take a little field trip up to the Bella Vista Animal Shelter. Animal shelters are sanctuaries for animals that have nowhere else to go. Tonight, All Pets Considered producer Josh Irwin gives us an inside look at what the community of Bella Vista and the people at the shelter are doing to make a difference in the lives of the animals and the people of our community.
The title, Animal Shelter, is oftentimes associated with the title City Pound. But when I traveled to a small city animal shelter sitting right on the Arkansas and Missouri state line, what I found was anything but industrial. The best title I could find to describe the Bella Vista Animal Shelter is a home for animals.
The Bella Vista Animal Shelter has been in existence since 1985. We've gone through a tremendous amount of transition and growth in the last 5 years. We now house anywhere between 150 to 220 animals at peak capacity. What we do here is, of course, we take in the strays of Bella Vista, stray dogs and cats, and then we adopt them out to loving homes.
This small, yet incredibly efficient facility was designed by shelter director Dee Knight, who built the shelter to address some of the specific problems faced by the animals who find themselves homeless in the Bella Vista area.
Because Bella Vista is 60 square miles of property, it unfortunately has become a dumping ground for stray animals. It's very easy, unfortunately, to go to an empty dead-end street and just leave an animal behind. And so we get quite a few numbers in because of that, especially right now with the hard economic times.
And as with all cities, Bella Vista has its own set of ordinances that a citizen should know when owning a pet within the city limits.
If they already have an animal, there is, of course, a leash law in Bella Vista, and they need to be aware of that. There is also the requirement that they should go and license their dogs with the city. And they can definitely go on the City of Bella Vista website. The ordinance is available to be read. They can also pick up an application for their city license for their animals here at the animal shelter or at the city offices in Bella Vista at Town Center.
As far as buildings go, the Bella Vista shelter is a little out of the ordinary, but the unique design of the shelter is centered around one purpose: the happiness of the animals.
We're very, very animal friendly, animal conscious. Our big goal here is to socialize and give the animals every chance to become adopted. If they have fears and cares and concerns, we try to bring them into the office environment as much as possible. We try to expose them through our volunteers to people. They actually come out on a daily basis and walk dogs, teach them how to walk on a leash nicely. We're definitely very, very animal friendly. The animals are our first and foremost concern.
It's truly hard not to see that the animals of the shelter are well cared for, but not all of them are content to sleep all day. Some of the animals even chip in and do their part to keep the shelter running.
We actually have two cats here. One is LB, and he is a big orange tabby, and then we have Notch. Both of those cats will always live their lives here at the animal shelter. They are not available for adoption. LB's job here is he temperament tests our dogs. When dogs come in, we use LB to see if the dogs are cat aggressive or not, because LB thinks he's a dog and he has no fear of a dog. He will rub up against any dog. So that is his job, and he does a great job at it. Notch, on the other hand, is a free spirit. Notch just likes to go out, hunt, catch the mice. take care of the rodent issues around the shelter. And I think in a previous life he was probably a pirate because he's quite a scallywag. These little guys were brought in yesterday. They were found at Allen's food store in Bella Vista. They were abandoned and left in a shopping cart. And a Good Samaritan citizen, she called the police department, and they told her to bring them out here to us. So they're all fed and fat and sassy right now and having a little puppy power nap. But sadly, it's a very common occurrence. All we could really ask to stop this is, number one, of course, spay and neuter your pet so that we don't have unwanted litters of puppies and kittens. And secondly, be responsible, don't abandon them, try to find them a home, try to do the right thing. They deserve a chance. And of course, now that they are here with us, these puppies do have a chance. We're in Nibble's house, and this is the beginning of our dog runs. We actually have a total of 24 dog runs. As we come in the door, we do have rules posted on the wall that we would ask the public to read. The primary concerns here are the animal safety and the public safety. We always ask families with young children not to allow their children to put their hands into cages. And then we would also ask that no one open any runs or take anybody out of a cage. We have staff here to do that. We have outside dog yards that we monitor who gets to go out and play in them, and everybody gets a chance to play. They have dog houses out there, they can run, they can play, they get toys, and once again that promotes their temperament, makes them much healthier so that they don't develop what is called a shelter protective temperament, and it's just very, very good for them. And as you can tell, when someone is out here, they get very excited. Obviously, we have 65 guard dogs. We're still cleaning today. Cleaning takes usually a minimum of 3 hours on a daily basis, and that happens 365 days a year. We're now entering what we call Nibble's House Annex. This is a building that we just finished in 2008. It's a 3,800 square foot addition. This has provided us with additional dog runs, and as you'll see, we also have some auxiliary rooms. We also have 4 dedicated cat rooms. In here we have Amy Litzer, our assistant manager, and Amy is scrubbing on her cat boxes right now, or litter boxes. This also functions as our bathing room, so that as we adopt animals, we always give everybody a bath before they go to their new home. Once again, we do have a cat rule sign. The big item there is as people transfer from one cat room to the other, we would always ask that they would use the hand sanitizer on the wall. As they change room to room, we do allow people to just come into the cat rooms, visit, socialize, take a look at all the various cats, but to keep down any chance of disease or disease control, it is highly important that we use the hand sanitizers on the wall. Each one of our rooms is color-coded. We do that so if you actually see a cat that you like, you can help identify it to us by saying it's in the red room, we have a pink room, we have a blue room, and a yellow room. And as you'll note, one of our differences is with our cat rooms is we do have cats that are not in cages. The ones that are in cages are usually in the cages for a reason. They're either being treated with medication, antibiotics, because of an upper respiratory. They may or may not necessarily be socialized yet with the other cats, and that's why we ask no one to take any cats out of cages without the staff doing it, because they are in a cage for a reason. Once they become socialized and or off their meds, then they're allowed to roam and have a good time. And I'm going to take you into our red room here. It's our largest cat room. Hi, we have a volunteer in here by the name of Jennifer.
Hi.
Come on in, please. And Jennifer here, who is one of our newest volunteers, she's been coming down almost on a daily basis and helping clean the cat rooms. Jennifer has also been walking dogs. Let everybody know a little bit about yourself, Jennifer.
My name is Jennifer, and I'm a University of Arkansas student. I'm an animal science major, and I live in Bella Vista, so I love coming down here to volunteer.
Now, one of the differences with the red room here that we're in right now is we actually do have an outdoor cat enclosure. We have a cat door installed. The cats are able to go in and out, get outside in the fresh air, be contained, but still get to enjoy the fresh air, watch the birds, get a little outside activity. So once again, we promote the welfare of the animal as opposed to being just a shelter that just keeps everybody in a cage. Down this way, we have another area of our shelter, which this is called our shelter dog area, if you will. We actually have Bongo in here and Chubbs, and they are actually two beagles that are left over from the beagle bust. It was a puppy mill that was busted about approximately 4 years ago. They have lived with us since. We had actually taken in 35 beagles, and these two are still in residence with us. They are available for adoption. They need some exercise. They are on diets because they're both quite chubby. We actually have what we call 2 meet and greet rooms at the shelter. This is one of our meet and greet rooms here. What a meet and greet room is if any prospective adoptee, or adoptor I should say, already has a dog, we encourage that before they adopt one of ours, they need to bring that dog out, meet the new dog they're looking at bringing into the family. We do it here within the meet and greet room, also outside walking, to make sure they're going to be compatible. And one last room is our storage facility. It also is where our dryers are installed. We also have a resident laundry kitty because this kitty does not fit in well with the others. So she lives in here. We are able to open the outside door. She doesn't even want to go outside, but we let fresh air in. She is available for adoption, but as I said, she is not necessarily very friendly with other cats. She really should go to a one-cat home. And this is where we also store all of our some of our extra rugs and blankets. All of the dogs and all of the cats get fresh bedding every day. Adopting from an animal shelter gives that animal a second chance in life. And they sincerely should look at a shelter animal before they would go to any type of a breeder, because believe it or not, most local shelters, we get purebreds in all the time. And, you know, just give them a chance. Give them a chance at a second home. Our telephone number is 479-855-6020. And of course, to look at any of our animals available for adoption, we would advise you to go to petfinder.com and type in our zip code, which is 72714. You would take Highway 71 north through Bella Vista to the Arkansas-Missouri state line. At the Bear Hollow stoplight, which is actually a Missouri stoplight, you would make a left turn or head west on the gravel road and come to the end of the road, and the shelter is located there. And you have just seen the Bella Vista Animal Shelter.
Deborah Grodetka is a highly qualified dog behavior professional with extensive experience as a trainer and behavior specialist. She has earned the title of Certified Pet Dog Trainer from the Certification Council of Pet Dog Trainers and is the founder of Every Dog Can Incorporated.
Hi, I'm with Gary and Lisa. Gary and Lisa called me a few months ago because they were having some disharmony in their pack. Actually, between their two female dogs. Drea, who's the younger dog of the two that you see here, she was actually the last dog to join the pack. And Rihanna, the older girl who you see over there lying by the house. Now, you know, when one takes 4 dogs that came from completely separate beginnings in life and put them together in a family unit, sometimes there's some challenges because, you know, these dogs didn't ask to live together. They were put together by Lisa and Gary into a social unit. But the one thing that I want to commend Gary and Lisa for is they are incredibly responsible and humane people. Each one of these dogs has really quite a neglected background, and they came into this household really to have a great life, and each one was rescued from some pretty dire circumstances. So by bringing these 4 dogs together into this household, they have given these dogs a possibility at a terrific life. And as you look around, you'll see in their playground out here, they've got a wonderful life together. Okay, now, part of what we need to do when we're managing 4 dogs like this is use their trained behavior, sit down, leave it, in constructive ways. One of the ways we train is in conjunction with play, because you can use play or retrieving toys as a motivation. It doesn't always have to be discipline. You can make the sit or the stay, incorporate that in part of the training with the play, so it's a happy thing, that it's not always discipline, 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 but it's fun, fun, fun. So the dog really looks upon training as another form of a game and play. So Gary, you've got this special game that you play with Rihanna and Riley, right?
Yeah.
So explain to us what you're going to do with them here.
Okay, what I've learned is that if I just throw a frisbee and they both run after it, chances are neither one's going to catch it, and they're probably going to wrestle over it to bring it back. So kind of haphazardly, I've learned to initiate training in with this by having Rianne wait for hers, so Riley will go catch his, and then I'll send Rianne's out. So Rianne knows that this red one is hers. Rianne, this is yours. Riley, this is yours. She'll wait, and when Riley runs after this, then she'll know hers is next. Riley's going to run out and catch this one. Maybe not. Threw it too low. Okay, Rihanna, this one's yours.
There goes Rihanna.
And Rihanna will go out second.
Good.
They'll both usually return about the same time here. Come on, Riley. Yeah, I'll throw it where you can catch it this time. Yeah. Okay, Rihanna, stay. Riley, this is yours. Uh-oh. Ah, bad throw again. Next time for sure. Rihanna, yeah.
So you're asking Rihanna to wait patiently until Riley goes after his. Now, do you ever reverse the order? Where you ask Riley to wait while you throw Rihanna's? That might be something you might want to try at some point. So you get the dogs trading off into who is showing which
I think
impulse
I'll try
control.
It right now, and I'll bet Riley will stay. Riley, sit. Riley, sit. 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 Stay.
Good.
Stay.
Excellent.
Rianne, this is yours. Riley, stay. Rianne. Get it, Rianne. Rianne.
Good job.
Riley, stay.
Nice. Riley's holding that stay so beautifully. Look at that.
So he's
See,
waiting on his.
patiently.
Now, Riley, here you go. This one I should be able to throw good enough if you'll step over just a little bit. Riley, get your frizz. Get your frizz. Get your frizz. That one's a catcher there.
All right, good job. So, you know, I'd incorporate that into your training, where trade off who's waiting for whom.
Okay, that's a good idea.
It adds another level of difficulty to it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Rianne, and Rianne will catch if she's already out there. It's hard to get her
Yeah.
Oh,
She's getting up
she got
there
in
in
her mouth.
years a little bit,
But
you know?
yeah, I just kind of started the rotation, and that's the way I stayed with it because it worked.
Excellent.
But yeah, that's a very good idea. We'll mix it
Yeah,
up a little bit.
absolutely.
Riley, sit. Sit down. Sit down, especially since you love it the most.
Do you have a
Bubba.
hand signal used for him with sit? Because sometimes I find for some dogs, raising your hand over the head, as they look up for the hand.
If I have anything, it's probably this. Riley, sit.
Excellent. Use the hand signal more,
Yeah.
because dogs are much more visual than verbal, especially if he's really anticipating the toy. Give him that hand signal, and he usually will respond much more
better.
quickly
Okay.
than to the word. So I would incorporate that into your training there.
Okay, Riley,
Excellent.
this is yours. You stay. Rihanna.
Okay, Rihanna, it's your turn, babe.
Get your Riley.
Riley.
Riley, come here. Bug.
Riley.
Riley, come. Riley, come on. Come on, Bug.
See, they get into habits.
Yeah.
He's so
He
used
thinks
to.
his is going first.
Right, and so he's
Riley.
really not thinking it through. What you want to do is
Riley.
really make him understand that
Come here,
he has to wait.
Come on. Come on.
And Neville, the
Okay.
cat, is just
Sit down.
very blissfully watching the whole
Let's
thing.
try the finger. Riley. Riley. Thank you. Stay. That's yours. Riley. Good girl. Riley, stay. Stay.
Riley.
Riley. Come here.
Now, this
Riley.
is the point in training where the trainer with less discipline will just give in, and you don't want to do that. You really want to make Riley understand in a kind, gentle way what it is you want him to do. So just, you know,
Riley, sit.
that's really important.
Sit. Stay. Riley. Stay. Stay. Rian. Riley.
At the close of the show, we would like to remind you that people can help animals just like animals can help people. There are so many wonderful pets that don't have homes. So please be sure to take the time to visit one of our local shelters and find a friend that's right for you. It will enhance your quality of life to bring a loving animal into your home. And if you already have a pet, don't forget to do your part by having your pet spayed or neutered. We want to thank all of you out there for watching. And remember, we'd like to hear from you. If you have a special pet photo or have a great story about a special adoption from one of our local shelters, please visit us at jonestv.org and tell us about it. I'm Dr. Nancy Belkanp. Have a great evening, and we hope that you'll tune in next week for All Pets Considered.